Hello, everybody. How you guys doing? This is Good Urban Ordo, and this is the Anonymous Equipment Network. Could you imagine trying to find out what actually happened on the day of the fire? What really caused the fires in the Palisades and all over Southern California? Who's to blame? Well, it comes to find out that the Forestry Service, who's the state ran State Park Service, and firefighters went out there to check, and one of them said that they started to see burning amber, coal like fire, how a coal will look, it was on fire, it's all ashy, all crackly and shit. Um, and it's like, okay, you want to know what caused 7,000 homes to be burnt, 12 lives lost. Now, it gets deeper. Now, the governor tried to cover it up. The mayor, the governor tried to cover it up, right? Try to cover it up. And what made it look bad for Gavin Newsom is that it got leaked that he was talking to realtors, right? Talk to land grabbers, the realtor got people out there, behind closed doors. And it got pretty bad. It got pretty bad. Like, okay, why are they trying to steal property? Why are they trying to steal land? You hear about, right? You hear about what happened in Maui, Lahaina, homes burnt to the ground, some lives lost or whatnot. The governor says, we're not going to rebuild, we're going to build a smart city. What exactly is a smart city? What exactly? Why did Maui PD steal donations? Why did they were spying on journalists? And so here you got Los Angeles, SoCal, part of the Hollywood sign got burned a little bit. The Palisades. They're parts of LA. There are like 5 spots in LA that where 7,000 homes were burnt to the ground, 12 lives lost. Where's the fucking mayor? In Ghana. Who was in charge? The vice mayor. What was the vice mayor? Home on house arrest. Wearing a what? Ankle monitor. Why? Because he couldn't go anywhere because from his house he couldn't run the city, right? So if it was like it's like the asylum was ran by the inmates, citywide in a way. So, it's awfully funny how the mayor goes off to an inauguration of another president in Ghana, while the vice mayor is at home on house arrest. So who was really running the city, right? The fire chief wasn't running the city. The police chief wasn't running the city. What the fuck was happening, right? People were losing homes, right? Uh, there was some arson involved in some places, but you had people who were hiking as well saw smoke coming from the ground, right? Holy shit! So the mayor, who hasn't look, all you people who voted for Karen Bass, you're not really helping yourself, man. You're voting for a mayor who left for Ghana, right? While the fire was going happening. She denied the $17 million for the firefighters and shit. And but now we got texts exposing that town officials knew. Town officials knew, but the thing is, the firefighters that saw the fire before it actually happened, they were told to shut up, to cover it up. The Forestry Service people that was out there, one of them said, "Well, we'll check, we'll check for a couple of days." Nobody went out there. Not one person went out there to check for 2 days or no. And why was that? How come nobody went out there to check every fucking day, right? How come the firefighters stayed there and kind of wore it down, right? So what was happening under the ground, right? What was going on under the ground? Because the ground was cracking and there was charcoal looking burns coming up on the surface. And all of a sudden, nobody did anything. Nobody did anything. There's a woman who I talked to a couple days ago, and she commented on. I was talking about the balance, the voting. Uh, California Democrats who are extremely desperate because they have a Republican in the mayor's race and a couple of Republicans in the governor's race. And Steve Hilton is at the top, 28%. And Gavin Newsom got his hands in all of it. He's trying to rig it for Karen Bass and Xavier Becerra. So you got to ask yourself, okay? You got to ask yourself, what the fuck's going on? Like, dude, you're letting town burn while you're out into another country, while your fire department's trying to do its job, but the firefighters can't really do anything because there's no water, hardly any water, right? They try to hook it to a fire hydrant, nothing happens. I think, in my opinion, I think that Gavin Newsom had insider knowledge of that area. I think that he redirected the water to the ocean and used the little fishing as a lie to cover his ass. You know, I think that even Karen Bass got inside information on it too about the reservoirs, and because Galvanism wanted this whole train thing to happen, right? And 12 people died, 7,000 homes burnt to the ground. Karen Bass is denying permits to rebuild. Um, and LAPD is monitoring people that are going into their property, try to claim things and denied. And I think, in my opinion, I think LAPD is involved in it too, on behalf of the mayor. And the text proves it, that they had advanced knowledge, but nobody said or did anything about it, you know. And I had a I had a lady comment on a video that I did about the mayor's race and the governor race, and she's from LA. And Anthony was saying, she said she pretty much was there. She lived in LA. And she wasn't too happy about Karen Bass. Now, my question is to people that haven't voted yet. I mean, you know what she's doing to your town. I mean, you know what she's doing to your city, and you're not happy about it, but you ain't going to do a damn thing about it. You're not going to vote for Pratt. The guy is throwing you information right on the nose, and is sitting there not doing a fucking thing, but just sitting there on your ass playing totally with your thumbs, man. You know. One lady's been scared to vote. Like, why are you afraid to vote? You're afraid because if your voice gets heard, retaliation happens. What happened to you? Because you voted. Okay. That's understandable. Officials knew about the fires. Let's see here. Yeah, they knew about the hotspot area, and it didn't say anything. Didn't say a fucking thing. And they didn't do anything. They didn't. No, nobody said anything or did anything about it. You know. Firefighters felt like the hands were. tied. They couldn't do shit. Plus, they had a fire chief that was a DEI hire, by the way. You know, if she can do the job, and does she have experience? I don't know. Can't say. It does piss me off because I mean officials knew, firefighters knew, the Forestry Service knew, but didn't say anything. Did not say a goddamn thing. Nobody said anything or did anything about it. Karen Bass made sure it was covered up and shit because she's a fucking communist cunt, by the way. And her voter base are so fucking retarded, and it's insane because nobody understood that. Hey, she covered it up. So did Gavin Newsom. Both should be charged with a crime. 12 people died. 7,000 homes were gone because it's fire. And nobody did anything about it. I mean, nobody did anything about it, man. Shit. Like, what the fuck, dude? Like, you had all that there. You had all that shit there, all the information ahead of time, but nobody did anything. But why did the fire? Why did the Forest Service guy say, "Oh, we'll be taking here for a couple of days"? No, you should take it for every day, hoping that it doesn't get any bad or worse, and keep the firefighters in the loop so they could find a way to kind of keep it tamed, but nobody did anything about it. 12 people's lives were lost, and the blood is on Karen Bass's hands. Their blood is on Gavin Newsom's hands. And they didn't do anything about it except for photo ops. Really, dude? Photo ops made Gavin Newsom, Karen Bass look like shit. Okay? The very last fire that happened was almost 4 hours away from here in Janupa Valley, man. Janupa Valley. And I don't know how I got from Los Angeles to Janupa Valley. That's kind of odd in a way, don't you guys think? Last fire I ever seen heard about was a Janupa Valley fire, 4 hours away from the Central Valley. That there, right there, really pissed me off. It does. I mean, shit, dude. Look, it's not good. It ain't right. For one thing, um, doesn't really add up. I mean, it don't really add up. Oh, I don't think it does, man. I think it's really about saving face and saving face because of the DEI bullshit, right? DEI is a fucking crutch. It's an excuse, right? It's an excuse to remove anybody who has a experience and a career knowledge of things. Like, for example, air traffic control. There was DEI hires who had no idea what the fuck they were doing, had no years of experience, Uh, no knowledge, by the way. Oh, we need DEI so we can hire black people and people of color and people of the LGBTQ could go so they can have a great job and career in life. No, fuck them. Okay, I'll be honest. Fuck them. Unless they have a experience, years. I mean, years of experience and knowledge. Okay, knowledge. Okay, of knowing how things work. For example, air traffic control. Within November and February, 3 plane crashes, right? 6 plane crashes, fires, lives lost, man. Lives lost. Why? Because of DEI hires who did not know what the fuck they were doing. No idea what the fuck they were doing, man. No idea. That crash between that the jet plane and that Apache chopper. That broad that was flying the chopper, she had she had only what 15 hours of flight time. They had to cover it up because the thing is everybody on the chopper died. No, only she died. 4 people jumped out into the Hudson River, and she ran right into the jet plane, cargo plane, as you know, that had what over 100 plus people on board. Really? They, the news said all 5 people on the pitch jumper died. No, they did not die. 4 people jumped into the Hudson River, and were picked up several minutes later because the woman that was flying crashed right into the big old was it a 767 plane or whatever it was, and they had to scrub her social media because they don't want anybody to know who she is. Well, too late. Everybody knows who she is now. 4 people survived by jumping out of the damn chopper because she didn't know what the fuck she was doing. By the way, it's fucking nuts, man. I mean, think about it. I mean, the mayor of LA went to Ghana, did not know, didn't care. But when somebody was telling her about it, she's like, had nothing to fucking say because the person was telling her the truth to her fucking melon head. It's just really fucked up, dude. Really fucked up. She's a communist mayor who's a communist, by the way, who took part into that who took part in a Capitol bombing in '85. I don't know why she was fucking locked up. I mean, she could have been already in prison by now. Are already serving what decades in prison and shit. Antonio Varagusa or Villanueva, his name is. He's also a communist too. Both of them visited Castro over the years multiple times. Karen Bass made Cuba her home base of operations for the longest time before run for Congress and shit. But yet she's winning, and Spencer Pratt didn't get any more votes in yet. How did she get what 10 15,000 more votes and he got nothing? They're rigging the election to save her ass. To save her ass. Okay. If she loses, I tell you what, I'll be happy. If she loses her mayorship, and Pratt wins, I'm gonna go down to the nearest liquor store, buy a case of Modelo, and fucking celebrate because Karen Bass fucking lost. That there, I will celebrate her fucking loss, dude. And when she loses, maybe DOJ can actually investigate her melon-looking ass for not doing her job as a mayor, by the way, because she fucking sucks. I mean, it's just that she failed her city. She failed the Angelinos. She failed everybody. But yet, people are like, yeah, she's the best mayor ever. Go fuck yourself. No, she's not. She's a dumbass version of Brandon Johnson, mayor of Chicago. Even they want his ass gone. This motherfucker in Chicago is a fucking hypocrite and a lying piece of shit motherfucker. People of Chicago want his ass gone. And I know for a fact when he runs again, he's gone. He's gone. They'll be happy because Chicago's turning red. I would like to see Baltimore turn red. I like to see Maryland turn red because every district in Maryland is blue. Blue like a saggy bag of nuts that are blue. The people of LA deserve better. The texts were released, and it does not look good for Karen Bass anyway. Never did. Never will. Never will. Because she fucked up by leaving. And she fucked up by leaving the vice mayor in charge, even though he's on house arrest. Can't do a fucking thing about it, by the way. All right, folks. If you're new to this channel, leave a like, subscribe, comment below, hit the bell for notification, and always live healthy, helping wise. I love you guys. My name is Reverend Ordo, and this has been the Anonymous Republican Network. Peace out. Godspeed. Buddha bless.